Good morning, dear students. Today, middle 3, we are going to talk about novel A Tale of Two Cities. We reach chapter 15, Carton makes arrangements. Here we have Carton with Mr. Lorry. They are in the bank and they are talking to each other about arrangements. Carton is going to do it to help Ernie. But he didn't want Mr. Lorry to tell Lucy anything about this because let's go to page number 109, second paragraph. It might also give her a false feeling of hope that maybe he could escape. He didn't want her to know anything about that because she is going to think that he is going to help him to escape. And this is he is not going to talk about his arrangement. Let's move to this quotation. She is worried and happy, but she is still very beautiful. Okay, let's go to here, page number 110. We have Carton in the street. He is talking to the woodcutter. I will read this. Good night, citizen, said Carton, pausing. He thought that the man was looking at him strangely. Good night, citizen, said the woodcutter. How is the Republic? Asked Carton. You mean La Guillotine 63 today. Soon we will have 100 in a day. The executioner complains sometimes of being exhausted. Here we have many people executed by the guillotine, and they wanted to reach the number to reach 100. Do you often go to see him at work? Every day. Have you seen him? Never. They are talking about the executioner. Okay? After leaving the woodcutter, Carton, he walked in the street. Let's go read this part. He walked through several dark, dirty streets and stopped at the chemist's shop. He put a piece of paper in front of the chemist. He wrote something. He wanted to buy medicine to help him in his arrangement. Let's continue. The chemist looked surprised when he saw what was written on it. Is this for you? He asked. Yes, Carton replied. You must be careful. You know what it will do. I know very well what it will do. The chemist gave a small packet to Carton. Carton put it in his pocket, counted the money for it, and left the shop. So he bought something to help him in his arrangement. Let's move to page number 112. Here we are in the court. They brought Darnay, and we will read this passage for you. Darnay was brought into the courtroom. Lucy turned to him with a look of encouragement. She wanted to encourage her husband, love and courage. The members of the jury wore hard looks. Notice the expression here. The hard looks like something they were hard looks. They had the look of hungry dogs, ready to cheer on a deer. He describes the jury and the people that are in the court. They look like what? Hungry dogs. What are they ready for? To cheer a deer. There was one of men in a particular. He was a life thirsty, cannibal looking, bloody-minded juryman. He was the Jacques of Saint Antoine. No one could expect sympathy or mercy from them. They were there for murder that day. Sorry. The charge was read out. Everyone called Darnay accused of an enemy of the Republic, an aristocrat, a member of a family that is guilty of many crimes against the people. Who is the prisoner accused by? Asked the president. By 3 people, president. In secret or openly? Openly, president. By whom is accused? He is accused. By Ernest Devarge, wine vendor of Saint Antoine? Good. Therese Devarge, his wife? Good. Alexander Manet, doctor. Everybody is going to be astonished. Dr. Manet A great roar went up in the court. Dr. Mann stood up. pale and shaking. This is not true, he said. This is a lie. The accused is my daughter's husband. Who is saying that I accuse the husband of my child? Those I love are more dear to me than my own life. Calm yourself, said the president. You must listen quietly. As for what is more dear to you than your own life, to a good citizen, nothing can be so dear as a republic. It means the republic must be to be him more dear than the life of his children. Trembling, the doctor sat down. Devarge was asked to describe Dr. Manik's time in prison, his own time as a servant for Dr. Manik, and the state of the doctor's health when he was released from prison. He was asked to describe that and what he had done at the taking of the pastille. I knew that the doctor had been kept in a room called 105 North Tower, he said, and I hardly decided to examine that. I examined it closely. In a hole that's in the chimney, I found a paper written in Dr. Manik's handwriting. I have that paper here. He gave the paper to the president. Let the letter be read. These are the main points of the chapter 15. Now let's read the questions. Question number 1. I respect your thought and concern as if you were my own father. Comment. Carton said that to Mr. Laurie after seeing the tears falling from his eyes because he was filled with sympathy for Lucy and disappointment by Darnay's second arrest. Number 2. Why didn't Carton want Lucy to know about his existence in Paris? He was worried that she might have a feeling of hope that her husband could escape. Number 3, she is worried and unhappy, but she is still very beautiful. Comment. Mr. Laurie said that to Carton when he asked about Lucy in Mr. Laurie's room after meeting Barsam. Where did Carton go after his conversation with the woodcutter? He hadn't got far then. He stopped in the middle of the street, under a lamp, took out a pencil and a piece of paper, and wrote something. Then he went to the chemist's shop. What happened? Number 5. What happened at the chemist's shop? The chemist gave Carton a small packet, which Carton put in his pocket, counted out the money for it, and left the shop. How did the members, number 6, how did the members of the jury look at Darnay's trial? They wore hard looks. They also had the look of hungry dogs ready to tear down a deer. Please, my dear students, correct this sentence, this word. It is deer, D-E-E-R, and not deer. This we write it in the letters or emails, but here it is deer. It is a kind of animal. Number 7. By whom was Darnay accused? Mr. Devarge, Madame Devarge, and Dr. Manik. Number 8. This is not true. This is a lie. The accused is my daughter's husband. Comment. Dr. Manik said that to the president of the court in Darnay's second trial. He means that he can't accuse Darnay as they are too close. You have to separate between them. Darnay as he is his daughter's husband and that she loves him. The final question is, what did Monsieur Devarge find while examining the room where Dr. Manik was imprisoned? In a hole in the chimney, he found a paper written in Dr. Manik's handwriting. And this way we have finished chapter 15. Thank you. Till we meet again. Goodbye.